assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushamdeed ji, ayanu, goeiemorgen.
Bakhair agale, ni hao, junushumme, washmale, hi, genzaimes, guten morgen, hola, boyor, privyet, kaifa hal, hale shuma chatore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, puna, mucho, gracias, swabi hap, ishpata, bhalli kare aaya, marhaba, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PTV World. You watching World this morning, not to the very lovely, the very fantastic, the very amazing, the very superb, the very exuberant Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you for asking, and I just realized one of my hair strands is wrong, but it's totally fine. So ladies and gentlemen, before we do move on, here's the thing, we are actually late for something, you and me.
All right.
Well, on this Saturday, 2 days ago, it was Shahzad Khan's birthday,
Yes,
so
it was.
Shahzad, here it is, on behalf of our entire team,
Thank you very
on
much.
behalf of the entire, well, PTV,
Yeah.
and our lovely audiences as well, a very, very happy belated birthday to
Thank you very much, Shiza. Thank you very much for remembering. In fact, you guys did text in as well, and Taiba
Yeah.
even called, and I was very happy, and I was very excited about the fact that there were so many people who were actually calling just to say happy birthday, and you guys, everybody, you made my day. And I think it was a wonderful day of my life, even though that I didn't like that I was a year older. But yes, I think, Alhamdulillah, this is the way forward, ladies and gentlemen. And it's inevitable. I think everybody needs to grow, and this is just me growing up.
That's great, mashallah, and I
Yeah.
really hope you finally do. That was on a lighter note. But, well, all our love and prayers for you.
Thank you.
And really hope you have an amazing year ahead.
you very
Other
much,
than
I
that,
did.
ladies and gentlemen, just this morning when I was coming to work, I realized, Shahzad,
Yeah.
schools and universities have reopened. And, well, the funny part is, so a lot of drivers, along with ourselves, of course, I think they were confused because after such a long time, the rush hours are back, right?
yeah,
Early in the morning and
yeah.
then midday as well. They just didn't know what place to go. So on all the signals, the traffic signals or the ishare that we know, there was like a massive chaos. People just didn't know which way to turn. So
Exactly.
I think we're going to take a week or two to get used to this routine again. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, everything has definitely reopened. Some of the students still are protesting, but for those who are definitely going back, please make sure to follow the SOPs for your own self, of course, and for the family members that you go back to.
Exactly, that's very important, and for all of those kids who are actually going to school, so the school administration, please make sure that that there's sanitizers, that the kids are actually using their masks as well, because with kids, alhamdulillah, they're not very prone to unfortunately getting the coronavirus, but kids are actually said to be the boomers for example, to spread the virus as well, because they might have the germs on their hands, because if they God forbid shake hands and be with somebody else or with other kids who are actually sick, so it can be a problem. But please make sure that every other kid you're sending to school or university is wearing their mask and following all the SOPs, which is very important.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing, Shahzad. While, of course, studies were on halt, sort of, there were a lot of children. Do you know, actually, there's a number out which says around more than 1 million students will not be able to go to school within Pakistan after the pandemic ends.
Really? Why?
For so many different reasons. Of course, maybe they belong to the downtrodden segments of the society and they can't keep up anymore for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, of course. But a lot of children actually wanted to do something for the other kids to feel better, especially during the pandemic. And then, while I was in conversation with them, they actually said, rather they asked me that if you've been to fun fairs or carnivals before, what are the things that kids can do?
Yeah.
And it actually made me think that they're right. I mean, when you do go to a carnival or a fest, there's either food or there's either concert,
Yeah.
which is mostly entertaining for the elders or teenagers for
Yeah.
that matter. So
Yeah.
what do kids do? They had actually a brilliant idea for that, and we'll ask them what it is.
Exactly, and before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, this is one thing which I think every parent is thinking, that okay, where to take their kids. For example, we obviously want our kids to be out in the open, or
Yes.
play or do a physical activity, but there are very lesser avenues to do so as well. So these
Absolutely.
amazing people who are over here in the studios with us, but not even people, they're still growing up to be people.
They're so
Ladies
cute.
and gentlemen, these amazing cute kids whom we are going to introduce in a while came up with this idea of Kids Festival, where you can go with your entire family, take all your kids, do paintings, have hands-on experience on doing things as well, which I believe is a perfect and a brilliant idea for everybody who's actually going to be a part of it. And I would actually request all the parents to step outside to make sure that we make this Kids Festival a success, because in the recent years I've been part of all of these festivals over the past 3 or 4 years, where Shiza actually correctly pointed out that either there's food or there's music. Well,
Yeah.
music obviously is for everybody, and food is for everybody as well, but kids would want to do some activity.
True.
They would probably want to play hide and seek. They would probably want to play Kho-Kho.
Or have a trampoline for that
Well,
matter.
yeah, have a trampoline. I hope that, Kho-Kho is not so outdated in today's time. But we have a small video to share. You go ahead, take a look at this video, and when you guys will come back, we will introduce these stars in the making. Let's do this. Take a look at this video, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Assalamualaikum everyone, I'm Abdul Hadi from the Kids Fest team. And I'm Anaya Khurram. So guys, as we promised, we will bring you a vlog about fun, learn and travel. And we are putting a positive picture of Pakistan. So Abdul Hadi, what will we learn today? And today we will learn about health and nutrition. Yes, so guys, today we have Javeria Mahmood with us, Pakistan leading nutritionist and dietitian. Yes, so let's go. Yes, let's go. So guys, we're back and I'm so excited because we have been and only Javeria Mahmood. So how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, sweetheart. It's really nice and honor for me to be with you like amazing children, brightest star and future of Pakistan.
Thank you, ma'am, so much. So, ma'am, we will ask you some questions about health and nutrition. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm totally ready and fine.
So,
Yeah.
who's gonna go first?
Me.
No, me.
Me.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, so the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Mr. Abdul Hadi. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Abdul Hadi from the Kids Fest team. And I'm Anaya Khurram.
I
Wow,
love
that's
this.
wonderful. Hello, Anaya, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
It's
We're
absolutely
doing great.
perfect to have you guys over here, and I love the energy. I hope that I can be as energetic as you are, or
Right.
probably half as energetic as you kids are. And it's an honor for us to have such amazing, talented kids over here on our show. Yeah, super. You guys are doing a wonderful job. What do you have to say about the wonderful job you're doing?
I just want to say that this community is really good and it is helping us to create more and more content for other people.
Wow.
That is great, but before I do ask you guys for all the details, I have to introduce one more person who's actually playing a great role in what you guys are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, she happens to be an entrepreneur and in this case, a facilitator and a helper as well. She's none other than Zartasha Aruj. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Welcome to our
assalam.
show.
Thank you so much.
So Zartasha, I want to hold our conversation for a bit later
Yeah,
because
sure.
I actually want to dig in over here.
Yeah.
So Anaya, to begin with, what grade are you in? And when you got this idea about this platform, where did you run to? Did you run to your parents and you were like, hey, I want to start this? How did it go?
Or was it your parents who came to you that, okay, Anaya, we're planning something like this?
First, I'm in 4th grade.
Okay.
And our parents came and they said that we can start this because the Kids Fest got postponed because of the situation.
And there is also one more thing that Anaya and me loved YouTube and we were watching other people's content and then we wanted to make our own.
Yeah.
And
So
isn't
that-
it fun?
Yes, it is
It's
really
very
fun.
fun.
Like you can express yourselves to each other and it is really fun. And Anaya and me then we also requested our parents first, but at that time they were really busy. But when they got free and when this Kids Fest got postponed, so then we had very much content and we had too many ideas. So then we wanted to do something and then we started our YouTube.
So let's talk about Kids Festival, before we talk about your YouTube channel and how wonderfully you guys are actually executing each and every episode. Tell us about this Kids Festival thing. Who came up with this idea and why did it got postponed and when will it happen now?
Okay, so Kids Fest was an idea by me, my father, and our whole family actually. It was a really fun idea. It would include that kids could enjoy, they could express themselves, there would be activities. There were actually 4 main pillars of this, and they were kids learning, kids
Nutrition.
kids health and kids lifestyle.
Yes.
Also there was kids entertainment too.
Nice.
And in that it was like we had the plan to do this at April 2020, but it got postponed because of coronavirus.
So when is it going to happen now? Are you guys planning to do it now?
Yes, inshallah, we will do
Inshallah.
it as soon as the pandemic gets better.
Exactly. So Anaya, is it only going to take place, the Kids Festival in Islamabad, or are you guys going to take it to
No,
Lahore or
in,
Karachi or everywhere else?
In Karachi, Lahore, Rawalpindi, and other cities.
Wow.
That's interesting. And well, we will definitely ask you both what your plans of, in terms of is there something special you want there to be? But before that, moving on to Zartasha over here, because I feel like when you talk about the Kids Fest, you guys were the main pioneers or the planners of it, and then later on YouTube came in, of course.
Exactly.
So why did you think this was important? Of course, we do realize kids need some sort of recreation as well. But what were you planning behind it? And now that it is postponed, when do you think it will be?
So the basic planning and the basic idea of the Kids Fest was that me being a mother, we take kids to different festivals, and all the festivals are almost the same. You go there, you take food, and then you at the end of the festival you have to you are entertained by some concert, either by some talent shows.
Yes.
So what my plan or our plan was exactly that we were inviting people from different communities and from different like pillars already discussed, from nutrition, lifestyle,
Right.
talents. So we were going to gather everybody at the same platform, and at that platform, our idea was that everything was going to be customized.
Yeah.
Customized in the sense that every stall was, in the sense, it was giving some message to the kids.
Okay.
Like if we talk about nutrition, the pillar nutrition was going to tell kids about healthy food, how to keep healthy, and about healthy activities. And again, if we talk about hygiene, there were special stalls for the hygiene also. And if we talk about the kids entertainment, we were inviting different theater shows, puppet shows, and there were a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Right.
And if we talk about kids entertainment, again talent show was involved. For
Do you think
lifestyle,
about, sorry, Zartasha, that I'm cutting you, but to add to it as well, let us know about the response of the parents as well. Do you think that parents, other than you, were on the same page? They
Obviously.
yeah, we were very excited. We had the whole event was almost planned, and we had different people on board with us, and even we were doing it live on different channels also.
Okay.
We were using mediums like billboards, and we were going it on a huge medium.
Nice.
But unfortunately, just right before the pandemic, we had to cancel the whole event. And now what we did was that we could not just sit quiet and just think
Right.
about it. So we thought, let's take it live and let's involve these kids.
And I think you
just
had
take
the
it-
best stars to lead
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
as well.
Mashallah, sir.
We
Mashallah.
had our in-house team for that.
Yeah, and then like the energy as well. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to say something that Anaya and me, we both have created a bond through this. We both practice also that how we would entertain our fans. How do we like when we don't have content, Anaya and me discuss something. We then we take ideas from anything, like we do travel vlogs. We do, and then if we go somewhere, we also do a vlog. One time there was like we went somewhere to a place. It was Shala Ditta, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful, and I and me were very bored over there. But then we thought, why don't we make a vlog about it?
And did you?
And yes, and we did.
Oh, that's great, which is why I'm going to ask, because in every video you guys is saying fun, learn and travel.
Travel, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So okay, tell us about the fun part. What's the fun part?
The fun part.
And this is a question for Anaya, okay, so I'll come back to
We
you.
do fun things like we do the nutrition one. It was a fun video, and
No,
the
in the
Roots
Shala Ditta
Millennium one.
place.
Yeah.
Are you asking about
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
specifically?
What was-
when you
what
went
was
to
the fun
Shala
part in
Ditta?
It was the fun part.
Yeah. What was fun in it?
It
Hiking? Was there
seeing
hiking?
the greenery.
Okay, that
was
was
the
the
fun part.
It was
And the
so
travel obviously being in Shala Ditta, and what was the learn part? Okay.
The learning part in our video in that was that we learned about an old village. Over there, they also had Buddha statues,
Yes.
and that also came in the history part.
Wow, that's wonderful. Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a travel vlog of theirs as well, so which we are going to share with you guys. Please go ahead, take a look at this vlog.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Abdurrahman from the Kids First team. And I'm Anaya Farah. You are Jimmy. This is Jimmy. So our channel is focusing on fun, learn and travel. And we are portraying a positive picture of Pakistan. So guys, today we are at Khanpur Dam, which is this is a Mobali island near Kharpur Dam. So you can see on the view over here. You can go.
Well, this was Mabali Island, and you know, Shazad, I've never been there.
Even I haven't.
So I think we're at the very right time to be present over here. So you guys have to enlighten us about this very place. First of all, the video looked amazing, and Zartashia, mashallah, you guys are doing an amazing job
Yeah.
with the kind of editing, and you are putting a lot of effort in it. So I think, Abdul Hadi, you should take the lead. Let us know about what you did at Mabali Island. How was the experience?
Okay, the experience was really good. We also did boating over there, and then we made a separate video of that. In the boating part, it was really fun because we saw the dam and we learned about the dam, that how it works and how it functions.
Was it on though, the turbines and everything?
No, the turbines wasn't
never been
on,
here.
and unfortunately, it
Oh,
was.
it's okay.
Yes.
All right. What about you, Anaya? What did you learn?
I
Not
learned
learn
about
actually, but what did you do? The activities and everything.
the activities, there were the boatings, and I learned about the dam a lot.
That's
Well,
nice.
that's wonderful. But now what I need to ask is that, since we working like 5 days or 6 days a week as well, so there comes a time in between where we're like, okay, we're not available, we're not shooting or anything. So did you guys ever come across a situation where your parents were like, hey, you know what, kids, we really need to shoot today. We're late on an episode, so let's do this. And then one of you be like, मैं नहीं करता भाई, मैंने नहीं करना, मैं बहुत थक गया हूँ. Did you ever come across that situation?
No, we haven't, but there is something that our parents are getting a little bit busy, so our vlogs are a little bit late
Alright.
these days. So inshallah, after this interview, we will try to make more and more vlogs for our fans and
Wow.
for every other content creator or kid creator.
That's wonderful. Well, but I have the same question for Anaya as well.
This happens, no, this don't
Doesn't
happen.
happen? Okay, you guys tell me, what sort of comments or feedback do you guys get from your viewers?
Especially the mothers, they always say, कितना प्यारा बच्चा है, oh wow, कितने प्यारे बच्चे हैं, कितना अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं.
That's so sweet, right?
Because of the learning and fun and traveling.
And we also did a vlog, and then we distributed gifts to everybody who
Yes.
participated,
So
even though
sweet.
they didn't win. We gave them every gift that they could get.
Well, it's wonderful. And I've got one more question
Okay.
because this is something I witnessed growing up, and it was that, one day you're very good friends with your siblings, and the second day you're fighting over something.
It's natural.
It's probably a toy or a piece of cloth or the food item which you wanted to have, but your sister ate it because, sisters obviously will have to get there first, so, and the brothers obviously have to sacrifice for their sisters. So usually you would always come across a situation where probably my sister's pulling my hair or probably I'm pushing her, while growing up.
Yes.
Did you guys ever come across that situation where
Yes,
you guys
yes,
are fighting and
a
be
lot
like,
of
hey, you know
times.
what, I want to speak first. Come on, tum chup nahi reh sakti ho. Did you do that? Yeah.
This happens a lot of times.
Okay.
Really?
And,
Who
and-
wins
And
though?
who's the naughty one? Who's the naughty one who wins? And
Sometimes
both.
I get naughty and we have a tie.
All right.
That's sweet. So you guys,
And I
watched-
like it. I like it how you both are very competitive as well. And I've seen your videos. If you're shouting, she starts shouting as well. if you're saying something, she wants to say the same thing as well. So do you guys rehearse your lines before, because your lines are very synchronized?
Yeah, we don't rehearse them, but we know what to speak.
Okay.
And then when Anaya and me know what to speak, then we communicate with each other by looking into each other's eyes and
Wow.
then communicate.
Cute.
Okay, so which is why we're going to give you a situation now, okay? But we're going to give you towards the end of this segment. But very quickly, I'm going to move on to Zartashi over here. So Zartashi, obviously as a parent, I think that you guys are doing a wonderful job. Khurram Saab is actually in the MCR. I want to appreciate the kind of effort you guys are putting in for your kids. But the kids have repeatedly been saying that you guys have been very busy and that their vlogs get delayed as well.
Yeah.
So are you guys focusing on why you guys are so busy where
basically,
your kids are actually looking for your attention?
Maybe I think that's the only part that is missing. And definitely they are right. We've been very busy from the last almost 5-6 months, and due to different situations and due to our work also. The kind of work that we are doing, it always requires a 24/7 job. And mostly our Sundays are also we are doing something. So even yesterday his father was continuously on call, and it was really irritating even for me also. So
I think it was irritating only for you.
no, for all of us,
For us
to be
too,
honest.
because when I start talking to my father, he's like, hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wait, if I'm showing him something like I make a drawing, I'm like, see, he's like, yes,
Oh,
wow,
acha,
wow.
theek hai, wow.
But because he has his own job too now,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
he has to keep both
But
things going.
you know, our father is really supportive with us.
Yes, he is very kind and
Yeah.
supportive.
Now
Yes.
you guys are going to get toys, you know, on your way back because you actually praised your father as well. But yeah, you continue, please.
Yeah, but again, when we have a support system, Alhamdulillah, I'm blessed with that. That I have a very good support system in the sense of my partner, that is my husband, my kids, and apart from that, I have a family. My in-laws, my parents, all of them are very supportive, and that is the only reason that we have been able to do a lot in our life. And I am thankful to the God also.
Alhamdulillah.
That is
Alhamdulillah.
amazing.
So
We
this
wish you
is-
all the best of luck for your future endeavors
you
as
so
well.
much.
And
Thank you.
inshallah, we have no doubt that you guys will produce amazing content. But Anaya, one last question from you. So we saw in one of your videos that one of your siblings actually sometimes makes a, what do we call it? A cameo appearance?
Yeah.
Do you
She would
enjoy
just come
that?
in, you know,
Is she
she
a
will
permanent
feel-
part of it?
Yes, Zamal
It's-
is the
She is very
Yes.
supportive. She's like, she makes the video good.
Really?
Like, she makes it exciting.
That's so
Yes.
cute. And do you like being an elder sister?
Yes.
I think that's wonderful. So now, guys, we're actually going to give you a situation. It was wonderful to have you on the show. And we would love to have you almost every week. You know, the kind of
Inshallah.
energy you've brought in, I think you guys really need to be a permanent part of our show as well.
We
Or
want to
we
give
can,
you a segment.
Yeah, we can think about a kid segment as well and get it done from you guys. But right now, what we're going to do is that both of you actually have to say that, you know, we're going for a short break, and, you know, once you guys will come back, there'll be an auntie baking cakes over here as well. Can you do that? Okay, so you know, both of you have to do it. Let's do
And
this.
this is your camera,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
So we will be back after.
After how minutes?
After 2 minutes. After
It's all right.
Okay, after 2
All-
minutes we will be back.
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Abdul Hadi. Thank you very much, Anaya, for being with us, and thank you very much, Zertashia.
Thank you so
and I think that for all of those parents who are out there, they need to learn a lot from Zertashia.
Definitely.
For all of those kids who are out there, they have a lot to learn from Abdul Hadi and Anaya as well. Thank you very much for being so wonderful and being full of energy.
And thank you for you too, because you gave us such a good introduction, and you were so kind to us.
truly
You deserve that,
as well.
absolutely,
And
ladies
you
and
are a politically correct child.
I know,
Wow.
right?
And you got a long way to go as well. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, so bright as well. And I feel like Shahzad, this segment was so sweet.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's literally nothing stopping us from making the next segment sweeter as well.
Yeah.
So I think you already gave it away. Yes, definitely we will be baking or at least decorating cakes in the next segment. So to see what it is, please stay tuned. Good morning.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into PTB World. You watching World this morning alongside Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier we obviously had sweet kids over here on the show with us who were actually talking about how Kids Festival is very important for every kid to actually attend so that they can get hands-on experience. But today, we are getting our hands-on experience as well on what is something which will be given away by Shiza Hashmi.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So
happy.
for now, I will request the cameraman from Camera One to please focus on these things. So we have a table full of confectionaries, if that's the right word. There's macarons, there's chocolate hearts, and there's cakes of all sorts. So if we didn't already give it away, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be in conversation with one of the best hands down bakers in the Twin Cities over here. She's an entrepreneur. Obviously, she started this at her home at the expense of her own small kitchen.
Yeah.
And now, mashallah, over a period of 3 years, it has expanded a lot. And there's no person in Islamabad or Pindi that doesn't know her.
Exactly, and ladies and gentlemen, to be very honest, whenever we talk about, things which actually involve culinary in it, I think it has to be labeled as arts, to be
It
honest. And I
is.
think that I've never seen, because we've come across so many bakers, people who are chefs and whatnot, but I've never seen somebody with so much out of the box aesthetics as well. Because
Absolutely.
the kind of things we see over here on the table, okay, obviously, macarons is something which might be very common, but this ball within a box, I never knew that it would be an edible. So this is something
Right.
which took me as a shock as well. But we have this smart entrepreneur with us, ladies and gentlemen. She is the one and only Miss Aisha Sheikh. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Walaikum assalam. How are you guys?
Absolutely
Great, doing
perfect. Thank you
great.
very much for joining us. Wonderful to have you over here. I've heard a lot of good things about you.
Thank you.
And now finally today is the day when we get to see it as well. So share your story first of all. How did you start it and everything? And then we'll talk about what are we doing.
All right, so I started about 3 years back with the business, but of course, like every other baker, this was a hobby that I
Right.
used to do at home. I used to be in Kuwait before I got married.
Wow.
So I am basically an interior designer. So I used to work as
That's
one.
the aesthetic. It's absolutely beautiful.
Exactly. So this was like a way for me to express myself because when I moved to Pakistan, I couldn't find an appropriate job for myself.
Okay.
So I just thought about,
To
taking
express.
my passion to another level and
But you
start
weren't
selling.
baking before this, right?
I was baking
Okay,
back
not
in
on a big
Kuwait,
level.
but just for family and friends.
No, but this is something which I would
Just
love
like
to
every
ask.
other baker.
This is something I would love to ask because this is the kind of reaction we would usually get that people would say that I wasn't getting really a lot of avenues where I could express myself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm going to
What were you holding back which you wanted to express in the first place? I think, and this is for the very first time that I'm asking this question from a person who's actually said that I wanted to express. What were you holding back?
I wanna answer
which
this
you wanted to
after her.
express? Yes.
Okay. See, I always, since I was little, I used to color, I used to paint, but I never took it too seriously.
Okay.
I used to like to do it, but I never did it for, I never realized it was something that made me happy. So as I was growing up, I was doing pre-medical.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was very boring for me. I never liked it. And then once I was out of college, I went for interior designing. And to be honest, before I got into interior designing, I did not know if I wanted to do it or not.
Yeah.
So when I got into it, it was nice. I liked it because I could play with colors. I could, create new stuff. So that was something that made me happy.
Wonderful.
Alongside that, I started baking, and
It's all right. So, what, Aisha, the best part is because, of course, I've seen you have to see her social media platforms as well for the kind of work she puts into. When you talk about expression, I think there has to be a certain outlet or a way of catharsis for whatever thoughts you have in your mind. It does not necessarily mean you're going through a rough patch or a bad time as well. Naturally, humans do need an outlet. So I'm just assuming for you, it must be your workout or your gym for that matter, right? So this looks absolutely
I
nice.
would just say it, man. I won't hold back, but it's good. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the best part is that we're actually going to decorate a few cupcakes over here as
Yes,
well.
I can't wait.
And meanwhile, that we will be actually decorating. So I think we'll just request Aisha to, speak your heart out, let people know, the different things which you do or how can they order and all of those things.
Yeah, but-
While we will continue to decorate.
Yes, but Aisha, you know what? I want you to give out the details as well. Please do pick up the
Yeah,
things.
sure. Okay.
But that towards the end, because I want this segment to be sort of an inspiration for a lot of people who out there want to start something off their kitchen
Right.
and then make it big. How did it become so big for you, mashallah? Speak to them.
Okay, I never put my efforts into making it big.
Okay.
I just wanted to do what I liked, and I used to follow a few international bakers,
Yeah.
and their work really inspired me. So I just tried to bring that into my own work, and I tried to bring it into the market here.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
And luckily, people
There's a
started
market for it,
noticing.
huh?
Yeah, exactly. They started noticing it, and they started liking my stuff, and
And
it
it's
just went on from there.
Exactly, and wait. You know, would you mind if Shiza actually can do that as well?
Yeah,
Because
sure,
you're doing
sure.
one.
Sure,
you're doing
sure.
one, so towards the end of the program, what
sure.
we'll do is that we'll put
All
all
right,
three
I'll
in front
save-
of you people,
And
you
you
can
can
actually let
judge.
us know whether who did it well, okay?
All
Yeah,
right,
and
then. I
rather
would like
we-
you to do one.
Yeah, so
please.
one
All right,
Shiza will
great.
do and
So
one
I will
I'll
just do one right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you do one,
All right.
and then you know if you can pass the other
Yes,
cupcake to
sure.
Shiza while
I'll
she
do
can
that.
do the cream and everything.
So
Yeah,
are
and you're
there-
not supposed to cheat, okay? You
Okay,
know,
okay.
just
I'll just
the
do
way
my own
she's doing.
style.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to
You have
get
to do your
creative
own.
with the
So
stuff
Aisha, are
that's
there different tips you use for the icing and stuff?
Yes.
Oh,
There
you're
are-
putting a baby macaron on
Yeah.
top. Oh,
There's a few.
I think what I'm going to do is probably have one macaron and just
yeah,
just be
of
like,
course,
okay.
of course.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I think I'm just going to have them. It's very yellow.
Aisha, I also just think this just doesn't happen like doesn't occur naturally to everyone, because I'm just seeing you decorate that cupcake and you're actually bringing an aesthetic to that small piece as well, which I think sets you apart from all the other places
Yeah,
over
and
here as
that
well.
is what I always liked doing in other things in
Yummy.
life too. But now
Yes.
this is like a perfect outfit
It's you,
for me.
right?
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
literally
So
your
I just
brand now, mashallah.
and for decorating one cupcake, I can take hours. Like,
Really?
you'll just
Wow.
put something, take it off, doesn't look nice, put something
Oh.
else. So it just keeps going on, and that's one thing I struggle a lot
It's
with
the
when
interior
I'm
designer
working.
in you.
Yeah, when I'm working on actual orders, that's one thing I really struggle with, that is time. If I give myself 3 hours for a cake, I end up spending 5 on it.
Oh.
And then the clients, they're like, oh, we're waiting, where's our cake? So that's a little
That's
thing
one
I'm
of the
dealing with
setbacks.
right now. Yeah.
But then you're also trying to be true to your
Because
art
I
as well.
just can't let it go unless I'm happy with it.
Oh,
Wow.
that's actually a good thing.
at
Yeah,
that.
and
Can you put it like just raise it a little for the camera?
This looks
So we
straight from
can-
my garden, man.
Literally.
This is
So
wonderful.
this took her 1 minute. It was in front of
And
you
all
guys.
of this is edible.
Minus
no, the flowers
flower.
are fresh,
Okay.
so you can't have those.
flowers are
The
fresh?
rest- yeah, these are fresh
Wow.
flowers.
So cute. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is what an artist does within no time. And while she was doing that, Shahzad actually had a bite from the yellow
It was yummy.
macaron.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
was it?
It was very yummy because I've had a lot of macarons, and I think that for the first time I've actually tasted a real macaron, because I would have a macaron and it would all break off and just
Can
fall
I
off away as well.
I
but,
want to name places who
relieved.
serve bad macarons, like,
no.
but I'm not going to do that.
But it's your turn to actually decorate a
Okay, can I
cupcake
have
as well.
things
So let's
like
see if she has got some good aesthetic skills, ladies
Can I
and gentlemen.
Oh,
Let's see.
perfect.
Thank you.
I want you guys to see the tray as well. Like, this is, if I were to wake up to do this every day, I'd love that.
Okay, so you have a lot of items. You have to choose very wisely.
I'm trying, you know.
Yeah, let's see if you
And
can
also,
get
I don't
the
have a
icing right.
steady hand. So, Shahzad, you keep talking now. So
Yeah, I'm
because-
talking, but I want people to focus on how you're doing it. So it's just zoom in,
You're
so
confusing
that
her.
everybody knows.
No,
You know what?
she's-
One of my sisters is a baker, so you guys, I'm not under that much pressure.
Oh, you've got the cream right.
Not bad at
I'm
all.
Yeah,
trying.
yeah.
I'm trying. I like the rose swirly thingy.
That looks nice.
I'm
I think
getting
I've been
there.
thinking
I'm
about
getting
something
there.
out of the box today. Yeah.
Oh, there's black. Okay, I know how to do this. So,
Okay.
Shahzad, please keep asking her questions.
no, but we just want people to focus on
Okay,
this,
so here's the black thingy. I'm gonna make mine black, and you can't copy now.
Okay, I won't.
Oh,
I
you'll
won't
have
copy.
to
I
work
don't
with
copy.
pink then.
Yeah, I think I'll just figure out something. When the time will come, I'll figure it out as well. So now, for all of those people who are watching, since you take like 3 or 4 hours on one cake and you've
Yeah.
said it, how many orders do you take daily?
I can manage up to 3.
Up to 3?
3 to 4, yes.
And you're still baking from your home?
Yeah.
And how does
Actually,
your kitchen
I
look?
did shift from my house last year.
Yeah.
I got a separate space
Okay.
because I really wanted a bigger space.
Yeah.
But due to COVID, I had to close it down and come back home.
Okay.
So now I'm planning to shift back again.
Yeah.
Inshallah, I'll be shifting next week.
Wow,
so
that's-
then I'll have a separate space
Exactly.
again.
And,
For now, I'm working.
I'm
from
sorry,
home.
but I'm going to ask you on air, but how much can one of the most expensive cakes cost?
Well, I've done one that.
Do you do wedding
I've
cakes?
had orders that costed around 2 to 3 lakhs also.
Cake?
No, no, not cakes.
Cake, okay.
Those were like birth announcements
Okay.
or wedding orders, which have
I'm gonna
desserts,
stop
which have
doing this.
cakes.
This is not
So
working out.
the biggest cake that I've done is 50 pounds.
Wow.
And that was for 65.
Oof.
Oh, I wish we had a picture of that. It
Well,
was,
that's wonderful.
Well,
And
I think.
Why do I have such a
did
zoom
give
in?
them
yeah,
some
we do
pictures.
have a picture as well. So if we can share that picture, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be perfect. I think Shiza's done.
No.
Shiza's done a horrible job.
that's so mean.
I'm sorry.
No,
for saying
that looks nice,
Oh,
don't
here's
worry.
the picture. We're even sharing the pictures as well.
Oh, this was one of your finest. I was going through your page yesterday.
Where can people order now? Let's do that as well.
Okay, I just take orders on my Instagram. I
Okay.
used to do it on Facebook also, but then it gets too much for me to coordinate on both
Yeah.
platforms. So I'm doing it for now only on Instagram.
And your Instagram handle is?
Color my plate _.
Color my plate _ ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is just go over there and order your cake, and it will be ready. I mean, first, obviously, you'll have to ask her whether if she's got enough time to make a cake
That's
or not.
one thing too, because a lot of people really get disappointed because I can't take more than what I can manage.
Exactly.
So a lot of people are like, you never take our order. This is the 4th time. This is the 5th. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I can't because I have a limit to what
Exactly.
I can work.
And
so.
this
Okay, so this one, you guys, I think it's minimal and cute.
It's very cute.
Oh, you're laughing? Shiza, that's
No, I think it looks good, but show it the other way. Where this.
No, but this is the front now because that is how I want it to look. But sure.
Yeah, this is how it
That's
is,
really
ladies and
cute.
gentlemen. This is the cupcake customized by Shiza Hashmi.
Yeah,
baked
and
by
I am
Miss
going to
Aisha.
sell it for 50,000 rupees. You can contact me.
Yeah, you can have it yourself. But yeah, very quickly, because over here in Islamabad and
I'll do the
Pindi,
questioning
in the,
now,
in the
Shazad.
twin cities, what I've witnessed so far is that people are very careful about sugar intake. So do you have like smart solutions for people who are diabetic or people who still want to have a cake but not a lot of sugar?
Okay, actually, I am working on that, but I do not have something right now because my main focus always is the aesthetics. So I just have 3 flavors.
Okay.
I do not offer a lot of flavors because I honestly do not have time right now to experiment with new stuff.
Yeah.
So I just have 3 basic flavors. That's chocolate, vanilla, and red velvet,
Yeah.
and a few frostings.
We can open it up, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay, this is actually a hot chocolate bomb.
Dude, what?
And if you
I'm just
if you
being
put it in the
creative.
mug,
I'm looking for something else. I just thought there's something which I can use.
Okay.
yeah, definitely. You
Oh,
put
the
this in the
spoon
mug
thingy.
and pour
That's smart,
hot
actually.
milk over it, and it bursts in.
Yeah.
Nice. So this is sort of a winter box that you
Yes,
do see.
yes.
And
I
there-
was
there are
doing
like
th- I was doing
chocolate
this
balls
box for
inside, which,
winter.
ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I think we're just going to probably wait when the show's going to be over and do something which we used to do when we were kids.
So you guys, Shazad is going to be creative over here.
Oh,
He
you're
has-
using the chocolates.
It's nice,
Yeah.
actually.
I don't know whether if it's going to stand or not, but
Probably it
You'll
will.
just have to
press
push
it a
it.
little.
Yeah, press it in.
yeah, I think it's
Whatever,
there.
it's boring.
I think
I don't want my spoon to actually fall down. Yeah, but
So Aisha, did you ever think about, because I know a lot of people must contact you for masterclass or probably
Yes,
teaching.
they do, yes,
Are
they
you going to do that?
the only problem I have is I do not have the capacity right now.
Okay.
Once I shift to my new space, hopefully, inshallah, I will
Inshallah.
plan something.
I use the black one.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
nice.
use
That's
this
nice.
one.
So over the period of this pandemic, was there a time you felt like, okay, mere orders nahi aa rahe, or of course, like similar thing-
Exactly. Acha, it was like orders are
I think this is
it.
it for me.
People wanted to order, but I couldn't work.
Okay.
For some reason, because I just shifted back
Shifted as
home.
well, right.
I couldn't set everything back the way it was.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Okay, we did not have. I used to have a helper too who used to do the dishes for me, and obviously because I can't do
It's
all of
not a
that.
one-man's job.
So I did not have her because of COVID. We had to let all of them go, and I
Right.
was alone. So I did not work for a while. People did want to order, but I was not taking orders at that
So
time.
should we, inshallah, when the situation dies
Inshallah.
down and towards the end of the year, maybe next year, should we expect a Color My Plate, open like a bakery or something where we can literally just walk in and grab your
Yeah.
desserts?
Let's hope so.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, if that's
Okay.
a dream. I
Yeah.
hope that comes true soon.
But yeah, the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, he's
obviously
so
this,
mean.
this one's being done by a pro, Miss Aisha, obviously herself, and I think that there's no competition with this one. So okay, we're going to put this on table.
Yeah.
But this one's
Abdul Hadi and
this
Anaya,
one's-
you tell.
This one's by Shiza Hashmi and this one's by Shahzad Khan. So I think it's for people to decide, for everybody who's actually tuned in.
Zoom in.
Yeah. So the
For
one
the people of minimal art, I know what you
But
like.
This is minimal art.
Yeah, but it's...
I want the flower to actually.
Why is it-
Yeah. Just hold it there so that people can see. I think it was wonderful over here.
Sorry, man. I just thought it's not our show.
Yeah, over here. So the one with the spoon is mine, and the one with nothing on it is Shizad. And you actually have to write to us on our Facebook page, which
To
is with
let
the name
us
of World This Morning, to let
yeah.
us know who did it better. But I know for sure that I did better. But I'll still going to give the privilege to Shiza Hashmi.
Thank
just
you.
because she's a wonderful colleague.
Thank
and
you.
obviously, Miss Aisha, you were a pro, and it was wonderful to have you.
Absolutely.
But very
It was
quickly,
wonderful
before we
being
run
here.
out of time, we have this amazing
Yes.
bowling ball over here. I don't know what we're going to
it
do with
does
it.
look like
so,
a bowling ball.
what is it? And please let us know why.
Okay, so this is a knock knock cake.
Knock
It's
knock
also
cake.
called a pinata cake because you
Oh, I
break
know
it with the
pinata,
hammer.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
So sadly, we can only do this in winters
Yeah.
because it's made out of chocolate.
Otherwise it melts.
So it will not hold itself during the summer.
And Aisha, can I tell you something? I haven't seen this in Karachi or Lahore either. Like,
Okay,
this is
so
mashallah
what are we
nice.
going to do
Thank
with
you.
it?
Okay, so there's a hammer right next to it.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to break the shell and see what's inside.
Okay.
So
You know what? So I actually
I'm so sorry.
No
sorry,
problem.
just a minute.
Yeah, yeah,
this can be used for wedding proposals, for engagements. Like there, you can put the ring.
Baby
Surprise,
gender reveal.
right?
You can give this as a birthday gift with gifts inside. So
Or
you
a
know,
gender
there are
reveal
the
as well.
Exactly.
Have a blue cake or a pink
Exactly.
cake
So
inside.
anything,
So
like anything
sweet.
that you want to be a surprise, you can put it in there and just
Okay.
gift it.
So
to
since it
someone.
was my birthday, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll get to play with
Yes,
the hammer
definitely.
and the cake itself. So
Let's
where's
do
the
it.
hammer? Let's do it.
Okay. The
Also,
hammer is
Aisha,
right
what's this very thin thingy? How did you do it?
Okay, these are actually made out of rice paper.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So these
And
are
you
rice
make it
paper
sweet.
sales.
It's sweet, right?
No, it's actually bland. It doesn't
Okay.
have a taste.
Can we have the hammer
But
so
it's
Shazad can
edible.
actually go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So I'll just take this off.
All
box
right.
and
So
everything.
this is a newer kind of birthday, you guys, and I think Shazad, you wouldn't have had such a cake before, है ना?
Exactly. And I love the way how hammer is as well. So do I really have to bang like really hard?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like each is.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you can sing me the birthday song while
All right, let's
while
do
I
it,
bang with the
guys.
hammer. All right. So
Happy birthday, dear Shazad. I think we should do it towards the camera so it sees when it
Yeah, yeah,
breaks,
yeah.
है ना?
because the rice paper.
So it's
is-
hard chocolate, and this is the cake that Shazad is having for his birthday. Courtesy, color my plate.
It's breaking. It's
Oh.
breaking. It's breaking. The chocolate's falling down, and there's a cake inside as well.
Oh, there's a perfectly intact cake
I
inside.
want people to see. So sorry if I'm a bit too rough.
That's
me
fine.
do it
That's
with
fine.
my
You have
hand
to be
now.
rough right now. It would not break.
Yes, and it's wonderful. It speaks quality. It speaks about the quality of the chocolate as well.
It's great, Aisha.
And it's all edible, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a cake in the middle, which we're going to have right after the show as well. Cannot
I'm gonna
wait
have this
for the
chocolate
sweet
as
tooth
well.
Cravings as well. But thank you very much, Aisha, for being
You're
with
most
us.
welcome. Thank you for
It
having
was
me.
wonderful to have such a creative human being amongst us
Thank
as well,
you so
and want
much.
to
It
kind of
was an honor
congratulate
being
you as
here.
well
Thank you so much.
for taking such initiatives, and that your family was supportive and that you were able to pull this off as
Thank
well.
you so much.
So it's great.
Absolutely. And one thing that I learned from this very segment with you, Aisha, is that when you are so invested in an art that you want to put forward for the world as well, money literally doesn't matter. Like she
Exactly.
said,
Yeah.
like she said, she won't take orders if she's not satisfied with
Yeah.
it first. I mean, this is what art is, right? And you're doing, you're doing an amazing job, mashallah.
Exactly.
Keep
And-
it up, and best of luck for
Yeah.
your future
Thank you
endeavors.
And we
so
really
much.
do not want our producers to be waiting on such sweet dishes on the table as well, because they really want to wrap up the show. They want us to wrap up the show very quickly so that they can get their hands onto the cakes as well. So thank you very much, Aisha,
Thank you.
for making our morning very sweet. Thank you very much, you two kids over here in the studios. You guys did a great job as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please write to us who decorated the cupcake really very well. Oh, this is my cupcake one last time.
Whatever. All right, so you can do it on our Facebook page with the name of,
With the name of All This Morning,
on Twitter,
World This Morning without a G,
on YouTube.
All This Morning.
Yes, and the repeat of this one you can actually catch at
5 past midnight, ladies and gentlemen. Till the next time, look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3, have a very straight good morning.
Good morning. Take care.